here this evening?
Yeah, Hetherington will come in, Mete will come out, provide us some size, some strength, another penalty killer. Obviously, we've got to be better there, and we'll give him a try.
Did you see a calmness to his game or a confidence about his game when he came up for those three?
For sure, and an ability to stop a cycle, an ability to box out and be tough in front of your net, and a guy that's earned the right. I mean, when you talk to the coaches down in Belleville, when I look at his ratings, they're giving him 4s and 5s every night, and it's a good reward for a guy that's being a really good soldier.
Biggest challenge for your hockey club tonight is to repeat how you played on Thursday?
Yeah, and different challenges here tonight with a team that has as much offense as they have. I think, coming into the year, I think they were the Stanley Cup favorite, and now they're back and they're healthy. They can score goals, and we got to limit every chance they have. If you give them a bunch of chances, you're not going to win. So we have to stay out of the penalty box, and we've got to do everything we can to limit their chances.
DJ, did you approach the strategy a little differently, seeing as you have a lot more rest than you did against Carolina?
No, I think what we did in Carolina, we were super focused in the game, and we didn't make a whole lot of mistakes, but we also used the bench. Certain groups played the defensive face-offs, certain groups offensive face-offs, but our shift length was short, and everyone was involved. And when you get everyone involved, you got a chance every night. Anyone could beat anyone in the NHL, and we have to try and repeat that every night. And for our young group, just explain how hard it is to win in the NHL. And I know guys how much they gave the other night just to win one game, and to do that every night, we got to start getting into a bit of a rhythm here and some consistency.
Is there a bit of a message here to the two goalies who are here right now that job is wide open, reach up and grab it?
Yeah, that's fair, but also let's be fair to the goalies. We've played some games where we've hung them out there, and taken too many penalties and given up some odd man rushes, and we're working on cleaning that up. So yeah, I think it's just natural. Anyone would say that right now, that especially with Murr in Belleville, whoever's making the save certainly is going to play.
Just you were saying the other night that they shoot the puck a lot. How many actual chances did you have in that?
Well, it's one of the lowest games of the year for us, 8 chances against. I think I had 11 shots that wouldn't be, considered shots, whether it hit a post or was a freeze in front. And I think the shot clock doesn't matter. It's what kind of chances you're giving up. Are you giving up breakaways? Are you giving up 2-on-1s? You can't give up odd man rushes in the NHL. They just go in the net. And what we did, I believe we gave up 4 odd man rushes, 1 partial 2-on-1, and all the rest 3-on-2s, which our back checker caught the guy. So, at the end of the day, you can stay in the game if you don't give the other team layups. And I thought that's what we did a really good job of. Is they certainly pounded pucks at the net, and we battled in front, but we didn't leave guys wide open where the goalie was stranded.
Just one other thing for me, just on Mete. Has he struggled mightily, and it might do him a good chance to watch here?
I think sometimes it's good to get a reset. It's just to watch a game and just to take a break and start over, and that's what that is. And we have 3 games in 4 nights. Guys are going to come in, guys are going to come out, but when you've struggled like we have, you got to try everything you can to win every game. And we're going to try Hetherington there and see if we really went down the other night and overplayed 4 defensemen. And you can't. That's a recipe for disaster in the long run. It was an overdue game where you needed a win, so we did what we had to do. But we got to share the responsibility back there and get those minutes more even. And let's hope Hetherington can be that.
And just a quick one. You said you had shorter shift lengths down in Carolina. Is that the way you're going to try to maintain the compete level you guys had down there, or how do you as a coach try to get that? Yeah, you know what? It was funny. I was
talked to Davis Payne about Daryl Sutter. When he was in LA and now Calgary, one of the things he's talked about is guys being able to keep that intensity for 20 minutes, 40 minutes, and then eventually 60 minutes. And some guys, it takes a while to get to that point. And that's the good teams in the NHL don't lay off the gas, and they're able to plug in for 60. And sometimes shorter shifts, changing them, whistle by whistle, keeps everyone a little more involved than it is you know, where you sit long periods of time. And that's, you know, we can't take a lot of penalties. That takes people out of the game, you know, and 5-on-5, you know, we want to be able to roll our lines and get everyone involved so everyone feels important. I mean, we know as a group, we have an opportunity to beat anyone in the league. We can't just rely on one line. We need everyone to be involved. And I think in Carolina, everyone was involved. And certainly up front, all 4 lines played a part in it. I mean, if what you would call our line that played the least had 2 goals. So, you know, our chance to get playing more consistent has got to be with using our lineup.
What progression have you seen now we're half a dozen games into Lassie Thompson's NHL career here? I know obviously he didn't play quite as much on Thursday, but just where have you seen the progression in his game?
Well, if you watch him skate, he shoots the puck better than anyone we have back there. He can shoot off his back foot. He can snap the puck. I mean, it's just a matter of time till he's a regular in the NHL, and you know, we'll see if that's now or if it's down the road. But you know, he's drafted in the first round for a reason. He's got elite offensive abilities, and he's working on the defensive side really hard for a young kid and way ahead of where people may have thought he'd be at this point defensively. I mean, he boxes out well. He's got a good stick. He's got really good gap. It's just a matter of getting reps and getting stronger. So he's a really pleasant surprise. I wasn't sure if he'd be ready this year, but with the training camp he had, he certainly put himself on the map, and then he continues to do it out here. So he'll get a little more ice here tonight at home with the last change. You know, we're real happy with his development.
The last time you played them, DJ, was a bit of a foot race. I mean, do you have to avoid that tonight, especially now that they have McKinnon back too?
Oh, for sure. I mean, they like I said, I don't know if they're what they're favored or what they are now. They've got flat-out offense, and if you're going to take a bunch of penalties, you're going to be in trouble. If you're going to take have a bunch of odd man rushes, you're going to be in trouble. You know, so we know that going into the game. So the game plan has to be to not give them those things, and we've got to hold on to pucks longer in the O-zone, because the longer you have it in the O-zone means they don't have it. So it's a tall order for us tonight, but a great challenge for our group. And we talked about, you know, you're not always going to have on paper maybe the best team, and you know, some nights you're going to, sometimes you're not. But there's a way to win games in this league, and we're going to have to do it as a group tonight. And we're going to have to check these guys.
I just had one other thing. Just McKinnon is one of the guys that Drake skates with in the summer, and you know, there's Marchand and Crosby. How does that help Drake in a young, you know, young?
Well, he gets to see. I mean, what an advantage to watch with the best players. I mean, to go and skate on a regular basis with Sidney Crosby, McKinnon, and Marchand. The talent, the drive, the ability to game breakers, to make things happen, and to be able to train like they do. I mean, you can't get it. And you see Drake, he does more and more things every day. You know, 2-2, you know, we're getting pushed back. It doesn't look good. Guys are, you know, starting to think, oh no, here we go again. And Drake goes out, and him and Brady, and they make a play, and it's in the back of the net. And I think people in Ottawa over years are going to see this guy continuously do that, as Marchand does in Boston. I know people think he's good. I still think he's underrated, how good his hands and his ability to be physical. I think, you know, he has a chance to be one of the game's best right wingers here before this is all said and done.